feature presentation.
Fussy, who hired this crew?
What's your favorite scary movie?
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong.
Show me the money!
Are you too good for your home? Answer me!
Baby, you are so money and you don't even know it.
Yeah. I thought this was good.
Hello, boys! I'm back!
It's called Doing It Again. We're doing it again. We're doing it again. Everybody doesn't know that we had already went through this part of the stream. Welcome in, everybody. I had a really cool intro, but now it's this intro. Welcome in.
Do it again. It was so good.
It was so good. All right, let's go into it. This movie broke records before anyone even saw it. Biggest paycheck, biggest headlines, and somehow biggest punchline. Tonight, we're asking the question 1996 couldn't stop arguing about, is striptease actually that bad, or did it just become a target of the times? Hello, everyone. Welcome into 52/1996, the live movie conversation podcast, where we rewind the clock and dig into the films of 1996, one movie at a time. I'm your host, Cody, and I'm joined for the last 3-4 weeks, whatever it's been, with Steven, the wonderful, fabulous Steven, as we break down the movie Striptease. If this is your first time hanging out with us, welcome in. Idea is pretty simple. Every week for 52 weeks, we revisit a different movie from the year 1996. We're talking legacy, vibes, performances, trivia, and whether or not this movie could be made today. And this season, we are in the middle of our theme for our usual love month. It's February. We just celebrated Valentine's Day, but I changed it up a little bit this year, and I thought, let's make this the sexiest month possible. So the theme of this month is I'll Have What She's Having, spotlighting 1996 movies about sex and the complications around that. And now we're back. I've done it all again, and I will say that it's we're celebrating Sex Month, and the funny thing is that I feel like I picked these movies thinking, oh yeah, we're getting down and dirty into it. This has been the least sexy month I've ever been. Like I could have played it. Do you feel that way?
I mean, we had a pretty sexy movie last week. I don't know that this one trumps the sexiness of last week. But I think that's probably a good question. Is like, what are some of your sexiest movies?
Ooh,
you really like top of your list sexy movies.
That's a great question. And like I can think of like sexy moments in movies. I think last time when you and I were talking about Bound, because it was pretty sexy, like, and we even said like, yes, they highlighted that like one sex scene in the movie because that's all there was, and I was expecting a ton more. But like how they like frame them when they're talking to one another, even some of the just tasks that they're doing, like the plumbing scene and stuff like that, can kind of be considered very sexy. I'm trying to think of like purely sexy movies and not just movies with sex in them. I think of like Cameron Diaz coming out of the rain in The Mask. Like
The Mask.
Like I think that is one of the sexiest moments on screen ever. And it's such a silly movie to be in. And we're talking about Striptease today. Demi Moore is peak sexiness. Like this was supposed to be like a big thing for Demi, and honestly, it probably took Demi out of the spotlight for a while. For at least probably 10, maybe.
Kind of sad.
Yeah, it is. Because she is really good, and she has something about her. She definitely has a star quality about her. And the 90s, early to mid 90s was kind of her thing. Like G.I. Jane is going to come out next year, I think, in 97. But kind of after that, she disappears until she shows up again in like the Charlie's Angels sequel. when she's 40 years old, and people are like, "Oh my God, she's so old." That was a big thing.
Well, and I never saw The Substance, but like, is that just Striptease too? You know,
Basically, I mean, basically it is. Yeah. What about you? Is there a sexy scene or a sexy movie that pops out to you? I know we've had 3 weeks to think about this.
Man, this is gonna maybe take a weird turn, but like, you know, Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit was a very, you know, like, I feel like that was one of the movies when I was very young. I saw Roger Rabbit and was like, man, this is a very sexy character for a cartoon. I mean, it was a blend of real and cartoon. So, but yeah, then being allowed to go see Titanic,
Very sexy movie.
very sexy movie at times for like, you know, especially for like a 13, 14-year-old boy.
Mm-hmm.
An American Pie comes to mind.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of a, you know, more comedic, sexy, but definitely pretty sexy movie. So yeah. Oh, we talked about E2.
Mama Timbiang. Yeah.
Yeah, that one comes to mind, as well as like borderline pornographic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so a lot of sexy movies out there.
I think, and if you're a person that, and this is for everybody, like, because of the Hays Code in Hollywood from like the mid 30s to like the late 60s, like some of those older movies are kind of interesting to go back and look at and see what they got away with. And because they had censorship so highly, like everything was so highly censored back then, it's like interesting to go back. You think about like those scenes in Shawshank Redemption when the prisoners are all watching Gilda or Barbarella or whatever, like these very sexy moments. It's just a woman tossing her hair back, and like everybody goes crazy.
Doesn't Bert do Boogie Nights within the next couple of years?
Oh yeah,
which is you know, like
it's
a whole other conversation.
And like Boogie Nights, honestly, it might be a good pairing with this movie. And I don't know if I stepped on your. I was about to say I'm probably stepping on your toes here for this, but like a movie about sex that is told very funny, like in a comedic way. And
good, some good old Burt Reynolds, you know.
Oh my God! And Burt Reynolds is I cannot wait to talk about this movie. Yeah. Speaking of this movie, is this your first time watching Striptease?
Man, I want to say that, you know, along the way it was on TV and I saw some of it, and probably, if I'm being honest, you know, it wasn't what I wanted it to be, and I tuned out pretty quick. So I think I have seen parts of this movie. And not the entire thing. What about you?
Yo, this is my first time seeing this movie. I remember more about this movie coming out 30 years ago than I do about this actual movie, because it was such like a headline grabbing movie. Demi Moore.
Do you think people hated Showgirls or this more?
Showgirls. I think I don't know. I think there's lower expectations with Showgirls.
Well, I think I agree with you that people hated Showgirls more, which pushed it almost, you know, like they say no attention is bad attention.
Yeah.
In a sense that because it was hated more, it still got more attention. And Striptease kind of like fell to the back burner of Showgirls.
I agree with that. And I also think that Striptease is more of like a bigger disappointment than it is like people hated it. Like people hated Showgirls. Like they were like, what is this freaking movie? I mean, when we talked about it, we were like, what is going on? It's sometimes like you're never sure if it's a satire or if they're really just acting like, how are they taking this movie? I don't know. With this movie,
not to jump too far ahead, but like maybe there's also, when have you ever heard of a book that's made into a movie and people are thrilled and say, oh, like the movie is better than the book? That never happens. So that
rarely does that happen. Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe that this movie was marketed poorly back in the day. But then I watched a trailer for it the other day and it's marketed like a comedy. Like,
Incredible poster,
yeah,
incredible cover,
great
with her
cover.
like legs crossed.
Mhm.
Yeah, like that was a good
I
piece
feel
of
like
marketing.
I thought maybe they were trying to say, obviously we've got Demi Moore, hottest actress in Hollywood, highest paid actress in Hollywood. And we've got, she's, naked in this movie, and that's going to be our selling point. And I don't think they leaned as much into the fact that this is a comedy. This is a comedy. I mean, whether or not you laughed during it, I don't know.
Oh, come
But
on.
it is a comedy.
Like,
oh my God.
if you watch this with somebody and they don't laugh, then I don't know that they appreciate much comedy at all, because like that's where you get pretty quick, right? Is like, this is silly.
Silly, like an
Silly.
improbable
Yeah.
situation. This would never happen. I think one of the things, like when I was watching this and being like, what the hell am I watching? I was like, this reminds me of how I felt watching Junior. And it's so
Yep.
funny that I'm doing this again with you, but like, seriously, it's like this, we even talked about this last week. I'm spoiling where we're going to get to with like our rewatchability rating over like how good this is. But like it, I think I would throw this movie on multiple times, whether or not I think it's an actual good movie. Like, I think this movie is worth a rewatch because
You
it's
get
insane.
you get laughs before they show Demi Moore's name.
Yeah.
Like in the courtroom thing, not to jump ahead, but you get laughs before, like, yeah, it's kind of serious, but
and that might be the detriment to this movie, is the
Yes.
moments when it takes itself a little too seriously. I think that's my biggest thing. So before we, get into our full-blown conversation, let me break it down, give you a little bit more info about the movie that we're talking about this week, which is titled Striptease, which this movie came out June 28th, 1996. It was directed by Andrew Bergman. This is not the first time we've seen Andrew Bergman on 52 slash. He did It Could Happen to You. He directed that. And then he also directed one of our extra credit movies, The Scout, starring Brendan Fraser and Albert Brooks. It was also written by Andrew Bergman, based on the novel by Carl Hyacin named Striptease. So except in theirs, it's two separate words, Striptease. The cast, interesting cast, full of 90s superstars here. We've got we've got Demi Moore as Aaron Grant, Armand Asante as Lieutenant Al Garcia, Ving Rhames in here as Shad, Robert Patrick as Daryl Grant, Burt Reynolds in here as Congressman David Lane Dilbeck, and Paul Guilfoyle as Malcolm Maldowski. And there were some other people that you've seen in here from other movies, especially in the 90s and things. I'm not going to name all those people right now, but if you saw somebody in there, one of them is the wife of Edgar from Men in Black. Siobhan,
playing the same character.
Same character. I was like, I don't know what this lady's like in real life, but she is
like when they said her name, Llewellyn, I was like, is that her name in Men in Black too? Because it's so like perfect.
So do you think Striptease and this are in the same universe?
Yes.
And Edgar is like that husband it turns into Edgar in the Men in Black.
It's Striptease, Men in Black, The Substance.
Oh, I love it. I would watch a trilogy. If that was a true trilogy, I'd watch the hell out of it. Now, if you did not watch this movie, shame on you, because it's a banger. Let me give you the synopsis, though. When her ex-husband gets custody of their daughter, former FBI office assistant Aaron Grant needs money to fight the legal case to get her child back. As a result, she takes a job dancing at the Eager Beaver strip club in Miami, where she befriends an imposing bouncer named Shad. Unfortunately, she also has an object of obsession for She also becomes an object of obsession for politician David Dilbeck, who gets what he wants through charm and violence, and what he wants is Aaron. This movie had a budget of $50 million, and I think I wrote down the box office wrong here. I think it made $110 million, but let me put that in. I had 11.3 written down, which is not true.
Yeah, I had over 100 global.
113 million. That's what it should have been. Yeah, 113 million. Didn't do as great domestically. It did make its money back globally. It only made 33 million domestically. So essentially a bomb for
And
this.
sometimes when we go through this, I think about the $5 DVD racks. Striptease was always in that bitch.
Striptease always in that.
So
Yes.
they make, I think on the back end, they finally make a lot of that.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, rentals, Blockbuster is just killing it. Now, this movie was critically maligned. Not a lot of people liked it. Rotten Tomatoes has a score of 11%. IMDb 4.6 out of 10, and Letterboxd to 2.4 out of 5. I've got basically similar reviews here. Roger Ebert gave it 2 out of 4 stars. He said Carl Hyacint's Striptease was a novel that thought all of its characters were hilarious. Now here is the Demi Moore movie version in which all of the characters are hilarious except for Demi Moore's. Which that's a little harsh. I think. But yeah. Now, the counterpoint review that I have listed here is from Jeff Shannon of the Seattle Times. He gave it 2.5 stars out of 4, so a little over half. He said Bergman, who made The Freshman and Honeymoon in Vegas, provides quotable one-liners for everyone, especially Rames, and a bevy of strippers lend colorful, albeit stereotypically ditzy support. We kind of jumped on this a little bit, but video rental market really made this movie a success. Everybody wanted to see Demi and see a movie about exotic dancers or whatever. What do we use? I don't know what we call it. Sex workers? Are they still technically sex work? Are they in that? I don't know. And, you know, usually we do awards on this. This one didn't get any awards except for the Golden Raspberry Awards, the Razzies, which I have come
Razzies.
I hate the Razzies. I think it sucks. But this one ended up winning like worst picture, worst actress, everything. Just
Worst
anything.
Supporting.
Worst supporting. Yeah, everything. They swept basically the Razzies. So that's just showing you culturally like who hated this movie at the time. So
You know who won everything that they didn't win though?
who was that?
Showgirls.
Showgirls, classic.
Yeah, this was just the year to shit on these two movies.
It's insane. But we're going to talk about it. And I don't know if you had this trouble. Like, usually we break down the scenes and everything. I really had trouble breaking down scenes. Like,
Oh man.
I had like I'm stretching on the 4 that I have listed, but like my quote section is pretty good. My biggest laughs are like I have like 7 things there. My WTF moments are out of control. Like I really just didn't have big like scenes in this movie that I said were like the best. But
Yeah, I tried, but I also listed a lot of things that just have to be mentioned. We don't have to talk about them extensively,
Yeah.
but it's like they have to be mentioned because they're like the little pieces that make up this movie, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you can skip a lot.
You can skip so much in this movie.
Yeah.
Because they show you every freaking dance that they possibly can. If you
and that's the part we can skip over, you know, like
it's crazy. Yeah. Every dance in this, you probably can shave off 30 minutes of this movie just from the dances
easily.
alone.
Man, there's one in particular towards the end that goes on entirely too long. It's the girl that's in Showgirls.
Yes, that girl.
There's a scene with her dancing towards the end of the movie where we've already seen a lot of dancing.
Yeah.
Where it's like a very long scene of just out of nowhere of her.
Yes. There's some silly dances in this. I have a whole section, by the way, just of the dances. So I hope you're ready for that.
Oh, good.
What did you start out with? You start out with the courtroom scene?
Well, it has to be mentioned, but it's not my first scene.
Right.
You know, I did want to mention, I love that later Bert's like, oh, he's a Democrat. He's not going to listen to me. It doesn't seem very Democrat, even for 96.
Yeah.
The little lady, like a lot of. I love how he's like, oh yeah, he's the finest tailback this city's ever seen. Just a lot of silliness from the get-go. But no, my first scene is the strip club assault.
Yes, that's what I had written down. The first dance.
Yeah.
Which we don't get any nudity from Demi in that first dance, but it's probably the sexiest moment, I think.
I think I agree. Like the business suit.
The rip off, I think, is
iconic, kind of.
Yes, iconic. And I think the bikini too that she's wearing is pretty iconic too. Like that's the.
I think there's a sexier scene for me later in the movie.
I think I know which one you're going with, and I might agree with you.
But yeah, I think up there in top 3 for the movie for sure.
Yeah. The first dance scene is great. Shut up, chat. Shut up, chat.
Jumping ahead.
The first dance scene is great. One, we get introduced to like Demi working at the Erin, I should say, she uses her real name here when most of the other dancers have insane names like Monique Jr. or Urbana Sprawl and all these no, she just goes by her name, Erin Grant, which cool.
Dangerous. She's no wonder she runs into so much trouble.
Yeah, so for real, there's a bachelor party going on there. She's obviously got this one guy that is like super like a big fan of hers, like in love with her, nerdy looking dude, sweaty. Everybody's sweaty.
We get introduced to everybody here.
Yeah,
like the other strippers. We get introduced to Dilbeck, his assistant, Jerry, who's obsessed with her. The guy who's going to end up getting clocked with the bottle in his like bachelor party. I mean, we get an introduction. That's why it's got to be like first scene because we meet everybody. Yeah,
Shad. I think we even get the owner of the strip club. I think in here too. What's
that dude's name? Orly.
Oh my God,
Orly.
We
got to talk Orly.
Freaking loved Orly.
Orly is it like yeah. We'll talk more about Orly.
We'll talk more about that. But yeah, so she's dancing. The bachelor who's getting married gets up on stage and is like just touching on Demi Moore. And, she's not cool with it. She's trying to play it off, though. But then we get David Dilbeck, who's in the background of this, who hops on stage and just knocks this guy. No remorse, just knocks a guy out with the bottle on there. And that leads to like this weird interaction with the Jerry, who recognizes him, and they're trying to like his like Secret Service guy, who's not really like, it's just like his bodyguard. I don't know what he does. His assistant just like gets him out of there as fast as possible. So we get a lot of stuff.
I loved when I was like going back through it and taking some notes on kind of almost rewatch when they pull up to the strip club. He tells the valet, like, keep it close.
Yeah.
So this is not the first time this dude's had a problem at a strip club because he's like, yeah, we're probably going to have a problem in here. Keep the car close because we're going to have to go fast.
This guy just loves to try and knock people out, too. That's like David Dilbeck will never have a gun. Like, in this, he just wants to knock people out. Rock, bottle, that's his mode of doing things. And I don't think he cares if he kills anybody too. That's kind of he does zero remorse from this guy.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild. That's a great question and from the chat there, who said, who took the picture of David Dilbeck with Erin and knocking out that guy? One, camera should not be allowed in
strip clubs.
No.
Yeah. That's a good question.
So plot hole, a little bit of a plot hole there. Where did the picture come from? Congressmen are above the law, obviously. Duh. Predicting the future. I'm trying to think if anything else stands out in this scene in particular.
No, we get. I do love the diversity of the strippers. You know,
Mhm.
you've got quite a diverse stripper crowd. And like pretty quick, we're finding out Daryl is like running the wheelchair scam. Her ex.
Yeah, which is why? Why is it wheel like that's the best that they could write and come
Top
up with?
dollar. You can get top dollar for wheelchairs apparently in '96.
I mean, I guess it makes sense for a podunk guy like him to be like, hey, like I can see my dad being like, there's money in wheelchairs. But those aren't like good, like great wheelchairs or anything. I mean, they're fine. They're hospital wheelchairs.
Yeah, I mean, a lot happens after the strip club assault. You know, really fast. It's like
Yes.
they're doing the wheelchair scam, and Daryl's moved with the girl. She finds out by going, man, the creepy scene with Llewellyn's husband, where he's kind of hitting on her. That's gross.
Yeah.
The yogurt scam from from Shad.
This is
They're just like boom, 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 back to back.
And then they find out, like, okay, so the guy that gets hit over the head is going to sue. He's going to sue maybe. And so they get they're like, I'm going to go after this congressman, get him involved. Jerry is going to try and help Aaron out with her kid after this. And he's like, hey, I got a buddy that knows the congressman. Maybe I can get something done about your kid. So he gets involved in here. And then Jerry gets killed off screen, but ends up floating in the lake in front of this, our I guess, lead.
Just floating up to Lieutenant's house, like vacation cabin.
Like just floats up, and now they have he has a dead body on his hands from this. They tie it all back to the strip club, the Eager Beaver, and yeah, we get so much.
Well, and you've also got to mention the like maybe the most, outside of the lengthy dancing scenes, the most unnecessary scene we get in the entire movie, which is the lady eating the crunchy yogurt.
Oh yeah. but it leads to Shad coming in with a drill, and one of my funniest moments in this movie, and I'll wait on that, but him coming in with the drill to talk to the attorney is very
so
funny.
Much like it's a gun.
Yes.
But instead it's just a power drill. And
it's just, and he threatens him because he's gonna like put it in the wall. Like,
I'm gonna put a hole in your wall over. Okay, I'll talk.
I won't even put an anchor in it so you can hang stuff. It's just going to be a hole.
The power drill scene.
Power drill scene is pretty great. I mean, all this just leads back to Aaron, I guess, and then the lieutenant comes to talk to her about this dead guy Jerry
too, right? If you're the lieutenant at the cabin and you find the body, conflict of interest, like they're not going to put you on the case now, right? I feel like I've seen enough True Detective to know, like, you find the body, they don't assign you to the case now.
Yeah, I mean, why did it show up in front of you? Like, why is it showing up right in front of your lake cabin?
I feel like you'd be a suspect.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm sure they would assign somebody
detective
else
on the case.
No, this guy's like, I want this one. This is my case. This is I found it. Mine. Dibs.
So we're all back around to the Eager Beaver with the lieutenant, which is my second scene.
Yeah.
Which is because I thought Demi was great in this scene.
Yeah, I like Demi in this. I think she talks really because he's kind of being a dick to her.
Yeah, I like how she stands up for herself, tries to walk off. He kind of says, give me a minute, and then shows more respect. So she gives him more of her time, and then they talk outside. He gives her card, or he gives her his card, so that he can contact, because he's asking him, a lot of questions about Jerry because he's dead. He's our first body.
I was about to say the first body of like 10 that no one cares about at all in this movie.
Yeah, man, I didn't figure it out. He seemed so familiar to me. I went
What's he
back
from?
through the. I didn't figure it. I think maybe he must look like somebody that was in, I don't know, Boy Meets World or something like that. But
Oh man, where is Jared? William Hill. Yeah, he doesn't even have an IMDb. He doesn't have a Wikipedia page or anything. So
yeah,
must not be that famous of a guy. I don't know. He was, I mean, really creepy. I mean, for today's standards, he would be really, really creepy.
I think back then for '96, he was probably like early IT. You know, like he was an internet guy.
Oh yeah, he's probably like Jeff Bezos now. If he didn't
Yeah.
die back in '96, that guy figured it out. He looks like just a character, like a little character. He's been in a lot of movies, but nothing like that will stand out to anybody.
Yeah. But I do think the conversation that the ending of the conversation with the lieutenant is really important, because she's like, "Hey, dude, if you can it gets revealed that Daryl is an informant," and she's like, "Hey, if you can get that revoked, that would help me out a lot." So that's really going to be big for the custody battle between them.
But then my next scene is I go all the way to her kidnapping her daughter.
Yeah, basically, but we can't jump too far ahead, because we've got to talk about the sexiest scene, which follows pretty quickly, because the lieutenant then comes back to like share the good and mediocre news.
Yes.
And she's practicing. And I think that's where we all agree that the Tao practice Annie Lennox song.
What isn't an Annie Lennox song in this movie?
Right. Is to me the sexiest. Like, it gives, even though there's less nudity and less sex, it gives the scene in Bound a run for its money, for sure.
Yeah, it's fun. It obviously sexiness doesn't have to necessarily always be like something serious, something like sweeping romantic sex. It doesn't have to be those. Like, she is like, she's practicing. She is just got out of the shower. She has towels over her here. She's wearing like boxer shorts, I think, at that moment too. And yeah, it's just she looks like she's having a good time, like she's having fun with the dance and the song. She's really feeling the song and everything. And so, yeah, I agree with you. I do think this probably is the sexiest moment of this movie. And it just comes from a fun.
Gotta interrupt it for us, you know?
Yeah. It's a little bit, speaking of, we talking about Cameron Diaz earlier, but like Cameron Diaz, when she's doing the little dance scene in Charlie's Angels, you remember that? I mean, that was a big thing for everybody. In like the little drawers, the little underwear drawers, like very comparable, a very fun scene.
Well, even in The Mask, when she's dancing in the gold dress.
Oh yeah,
man, how good for her to just do so many movies and then just disappear for so long, just to be like, I'm done.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah, just take a huge break. I think that's such a good example.
Yeah,
for successful actors, but. Anyways,
we also skipped over the scene at the beach where Erin finally does get to like hang out with her daughter. Which, if you're watching this movie or haven't watched this movie, this custody case is crazy, because her husband, who is a convict, a convicted felon, gets like custody of the daughter. Erin, who has no job. Because she got fired from her job because her husband is a convicted felon, only gets to see her daughter for 2 hours, 3 hours? Every 2 weeks.
On the weekend.
Every 2 weeks.
That's wild. And also very unrealistic.
Very unrealistic.
Nobody 96.
Yeah, let's be real. That's never going to happen. But we get to see, and that's where she gets the information that on Fridays, her daughter goes over to her aunt's house, and that's basically where she can like get her back. Or that's where she gets kidnapped or whatever by her mother. Very democratic judge. But yeah, the scene where we're talking about the sexiest dance scene, she's practicing her routine and everything. The the detective comes over. He tells her, "Hey, I've got, your husband's no longer working as an informant because he sucks." But
But the judge is dead.
But the judge died.
Yeah, but the
So-
judge is dead. So that's what pushes her to kidnap her because the judge is dead, it's going to be 6 months instead of, the next couple weeks.
Yeah, and why is 6 months such a big deal? How long has she been doing this already?
Right. 8 weeks, I
yeah.
think is what she said.
Yeah, a couple months already. I know that sucks, but we don't have to break the law to.
Well, I think I understand the concept of. So she says along the way, I don't want to go back to court and say I work at the Eager Beaver,
Yeah.
and if she still is working there and he gets caught doing the wheelchair scam, she'll go to foster care.
That's right.
So it's fuck it. I'm going to kidnap her. I love how the daughter's like, did you snatch me?
Yeah. What's the difference between kidnapping and snatching? Or whatever she says to her, which that's actually Demi Moore's daughter, by the way, which we've seen before in other movies. Rumor Willis, her actual daughter, plays her daughter in movies. So that's her actual daughter.
We also get the lawyer guy finally going to Dilbeck and showing him the picture, which we don't see him again until he's toast.
Yeah, he gets toast of it. We see that at a party, I guess a fundraising event for Dilbeck's reelection, because that's coming up very soon. So he's hanging out with the Jewish citizens of the Jewish citizens of Miami and making good with them, and just Hava Kavila all over the place. And that he gets blackmailed essentially in that, and that guy ends up getting cut. As well,
doing that while he's sending his assistant to get the lint out of the dryer.
God, I can't wait. But yeah, Erin ends up taking her daughter back, kidnapping her. I mean, there's really not much to that scene except her just moving the plot along, and then taking her back to the club constantly because she can't leave her home. So she's gonna have all the other dancers.
We also get our one scene with the big boss. Willie.
Oh yeah,
that's his reaction to it all is just kind of kill her from the get go. And the one guy from what is it, Law and Order or CSI is no, let's see if she's a threat first.
Oh yeah, he is in CSI. That's what he's. I could not put my finger on it forever.
But he's gotten his teeth done, since this movie.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when he's really angry, his original teeth really give him a little bit more villain feel than I think his CSI teeth.
I forgot about. I was like, this guy's been on TV, and I was like, is it West Wing? Surely it's West Wing. That I kept thinking of. No, thank you so much. I should have looked. I don't know why I didn't look that up, but CSI, a great show. The original CSI, classic.
Superb. Yep,
classic. He's the biggest villain in this movie.
Yeah, there's times when he gets mad that he's scary.
Yeah, he gets a little scary. Oh yeah.
I love his intimidation along the way is pretty. He seems like the big boss, but then you see him with the big boss and you realize who is a sugar baron. I mean, think about it, man. If you own all these sugar fields and you're paying people $10 a day, of course you got yacht money.
You're just so much money, and I mean, how it's not crazy to think about. Think about it today with all the people that are, or all the politicians that are getting paid by big corporations and all this stuff. It's not out of the ordinary. So this is probably the truest part of the entire movie.
We also get the ridiculousness of the dead snake. Just for no fucking reason. No reason at all.
Yeah, so the owner of the Eager Beaver poaches a dancer from the Flesh Farm, which is right next door to each other, two rival strip clubs, and they are right next door to each other.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy. And one, obviously, Eager Beaver. It is very beaver themed. The like mascot is like a girl beaver with huge boobs and everything. The Flesh Farm is farm themed. So there's a cow outside. It's insane. And
Man, I gotta say, the snake tail wrapping around while the stripper was like dancing at the Flesh Farm.
that was kind
I
of
was like-
awesome.
That, like, what a well-trained snake.
Yes,
right?
that's what I was thinking. I was like, that snake's awesome. You couldn't
Like
get a
when I
duplicate
turn around
snake.
and bend over, your tail needs to like whoop,
It needs
like
to just
I've
like
got a tail. Yeah.
that was very cool. If that wasn't intentional, it was awesome. And that
Monty
that
was a
woman,
good snake, man.
yeah, Monty Python was a good snake. That lady should be celebrated. I don't know why she's not the biggest exotic dancer ever in the world, because she incredible. She did great work with that snake. She's got a great act there. So I'm gonna look her up on my own time.
What's your next scene?
My next scene is when Aaron goes to the boat for the first time, the yacht for the first time, and dances for Dilbeck.
Gotcha. I've got Angela seeing her mom dance.
Oh yeah,
That's my next scene because I thought that, you know, they're trying to keep her busy playing board games and stuff. She's been hanging at the strip club, man. She's probably bored. And she sneaks up when her mom goes to dance. And I don't know how to describe it really. Like, so she's dancing to the song she practiced to in the towel.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Angela is looking through the curtain, it's like there's like a colliding of music where the practice song is still playing almost in the background, and like some strings come in as they usually do in the movie when mom and daughter are interacting.
Yeah.
But I thought that was really good. And then even when she, you know, is finding out she saw her, that and she tells her that she was pretty, and she basically comforts her mom.
Yeah.
I thought that was a really good, well done.
Yeah. And it's funny. That's, you know, one of the more like, I feel like we can view that in 2026 and understand what we're supposed to understand from that scene. And we're supposed to feel like she feels like her mom is beautiful. This is what her mom does, like, and isn't looking down on her. And that's the way we should be reacting to it.
I mean, she's hanging out with all these girls walking around topless and stuff too. She's probably desensitized. And so then she sees her mom dancing, and it's beautiful. It's pretty.
It's just
She's
beautiful.
like, you're so pretty. Yeah, like I thought that was well done.
But that's the scene.
Too serious for such a silly movie.
Oh, silly movie. But that's the scene in 1996 that got everybody up in arms. People were so upset about the fact that she let her daughter, like the scene perceived that a child was viewing her naked mother dance. And so, you know, obviously you have to know, like, religious groups were so pissed about this, and like other people are so pissed about this. And it is crazy to think about when it's like, you know, obviously it's a weird subject to tiptoe around, but like, that's my child. Whenever I've showered with my child, I'm naked probably. And like, it's nothing to
from
them.
Those things.
We are, and they're women. They're like this thing, like, this is how we're connecting with one another. Well, and obviously people can make these very gross assessments about that, but it was never intended like that. It's not even portrayed like that. And that girl wasn't even necessarily there. There's like, the way they film it is it's just her face behind a curtain, and then Demi is dancing. Like, they're obviously not happening at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's easy to not be up in arms about it in the view of 2026 for sure, because it's like, first of all, women can do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, and
if they want their daughters to see them dance, I am not here to say they're not allowed to. So
that is her job. That is how
all
she
power
makes
to
money.
All the women and whatever the fuck they want to do. And second of all, film editing. You know, like, now we know that they can chop all kinds of that. They can do it on Instagram.
Yeah, they're not trying to. They're not trying to get in trouble. They're not getting in trouble. Like they know the laws, I guess, or like around filming and children and stuff like that. So I'm sure that wasn't a thing at that time. That child was fine. It's Demi Moore's kid. That child was fine. I promise you.
So your next scene is the first time she goes and dances for him?
Yes.
On the boat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think this scene's funny. One is Shad goes with her this time, and they introduce themselves as George and Barbara Bush, which is only funny for that time. Demi is dancing for Dilbeck. I believe she's wearing a this isn't the white outfit. This is her in the black outfit, like where she kind of gets her information and everything from him the first time around. And he's like, "Come back, I'll give you $5,000 if you just come back again one more time." And she's like, "Yeah, I'll probably do that." And she gets a little bit, she gets a lot of information, and this is when like the things start to scheme for the final showdown dance scene with them on the boat. So I like this scene. I thought it was, her dancing again for Dilbeck, and her interacting with Dilbeck is kind of fun. Like Burt Reynolds is insane in this movie. So anytime we can get him on screen, like let's do it.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
What about you? What else?
I think after that, I mean, we've got Dilbeck covered in Vaseline that we've got to mention, and his assistant quitting because that's just enough, like finding him covered in Vaseline. We've got Shad saving Aaron from Daryl.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we've got that's all before the dancing, but then as she's I think what's important is that Malcolm, the guy from the CSI guy, intimidating her before she leaves.
Yeah,
basically being like, "Hey, I wouldn't talk to anybody because we know about your daughter, and we know that you basically the custody that you have right now is illegal." So yeah, that leads us pretty quick to my next scene, which is the wolf morphine. Yeah, it's gotta be talked about. Daryl going back to his sister's house with the broken arm and having a golf club. Gonna become important soon.
The golf club as like a stent kind of thing, like
as a stent.
Yeah,
because she's got veterinary experience. So they got a golf club that's going to become important later as a stint. And also, it's like, I don't have anything for humans, but I've got this wolf morphine.
Because that's a side thing that this aunt, the Daryl's sister, is training wolves. Like, she's always like scratched up and shit, and like I don't know if she's selling
fucked up
wolves.
On morphine is going to be really important for the rest of the movie.
The rest of the movie, it's incredible. It's on the level of like Leo DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street on Quaaludes. Like it gets to that level. It's pretty good.
I love it. Like the next thing, he's like following her in his car, just swerving all over the place in traffic. And then he's popping out of the water up on like there's bubble.
And then just shows up randomly, like knocks out. Does he not? He knock out a couple guys before he gets. Oh, he knocks out the main dude.
Yeah,
Malcolm. He knocks out. Yeah, Malcolm. He knocks him out. Thinks he killed him.
Yeah.
He's like, I killed a guy up there, and just shows up in front of Aaron and Dilbeck. It's just like, hey, let's
ridiculous.
And oh my gosh. And then like they all three get in a car, they escape the yacht together, and she takes them to the sugar plant.
The refinery.
The sugar refinery.
Yeah, that's where they take what all those poor people are harvesting out there, and they turn it into the real deal.
Yeah. So she's got this all set up basically to where like she can get Dilbeck on recording saying like they killed all these people and did all these things and basically just admitting everything for her. But
he
it
goes
like
with the classic, I gotta pee.
I gotta pee.
I gotta pee. And next thing you know, he's free.
He's free because he knocked the guy out or thought he killed him by hitting him over the head with. I thought he was dead. I was like, oh, we just killed this limo driver for no reason.
Which we got to talk about that. We'll get there.
And basically he takes Aaron hostage, but then Aaron, who already knows this guy's a freaking idiot and just wants to bone her, is like, hey, I'll get, I was just waiting on you to turn into the man, which is a great line that I have written down. But like, just convinces him to like ease up, and then she gets the second, the upper hand on him by recording him and dancing for him.
Well, that's the thing is like she's just got to buy enough time for Shad and the lieutenant to show up.
That's right. Because she knows somebody's showing up. She wrote it on the mirror in the bathroom. Like,
oh yeah,
here's where I'm going.
Once they get to the boat, they'll be shortly behind me.
And Aaron already did this ahead of time. She called the press and said, hey, Dilbeck's going to be doing a press conference here at this time. So
at the refinery.
Aaron, so smart, thinking ahead. She knew what she was doing.
She knew what she was doing, man.
And then it all comes down to it. Malcolm returns and, these the sugar guys, the sugar baron people get caught up in this too. Shad comes out, the cop comes out, the press come all at the same time, all to be revealed to that they were the bad people, that they've murdered several people, all to protect Dilbeck's image and the sugar baron's image, and everybody gets caught and they live happily ever after. And also during this time, Erin gets custody of her child because she makes the wolf morphine guy right very sloppily that he gives custody to of the child to Erin, because that works.
And he also kind of saves the day by just thinking he's making a cup of coffee.
Oh yeah, no. I said no sugar.
I said no sugar.
No sugar.
Yeah.
This movie's a blast. I love this.
Your description of it when I talked to you earlier in the week, and you were like, "Man, this movie's wild. I can't wait to talk about it." That was wild. Is a great description of
this movie. Is wild.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character or scene stealer? I feel like this movie is just scene stealers. The entire time.
I've got Shad, Daryl, Angela, and Orly as scene stealers.
I mean, they're just ripe with like the most boring characters in this movie are probably the lieutenant. He's kind of boring to me.
Yeah.
Erin's fine. She's good. Like she is the main person. She's got to make the plot go, all while all these other people around her are being ridiculous. So yeah, everybody else is just it is a movie full of scene stealers, I think.
100%.
I had Shad and Daryl written down. The snake deserves some extra some love too. Monty needs some love for that snake dance that he had going on. All right, let's get down to the fun stuff. Favorite quotes from this movie?
The laugh out loud quote of the movie is Orly. Starts with Orly. What do you know about Prozac? Shad. It makes you happy. There's side effects. Orly. Like what? Shad. Limp noodle. Orly, who cares? I haven't had a hard-on since I started running this place. Closest I got was SeaWorld. Porpoise got me hot. Shad, what the fuck are you telling me that for?
Greatest line in any movie I've ever seen.
I love the The forced SeaWorld scene later in the movie was just the dolphins jumping the whole time.
Just like
I'm thinking
Orly
about
would get
Orly the whole time. Yeah.
That guy's just so ready for some porpoise on porpoise action.
Oh yeah.
Porpoise got me hot.
Porpoise got me hot. What the fuck are you telling me that for?
That's a pretty good Ving Rhames. That's a good Ving Rhames. Malcolm to Aaron at the end, I'm the congressman's right hand, and she says, "You must be a very busy man." I like that line. And almost like I watched it back, and I was like, "No, that's a really funny line."
Oh yeah,
because this man loves some things in his life. He loves some weird shit in his life. That's the only thing I could say. What else?
One of my what the fuck moments when Shad's just like, both of these guys have got guns pointed.
Oh
Shad's
yeah,
just walking towards. I'm gonna give you to the count of 3. Just walking towards. What are you, nuts? Yeah, psycho. Delusions of invisibility combined with a strong homicidal urge. I gotta kick your ass fetish.
Yeah, I love that line. I love Shad in that moment. So good.
Man, Ving Rhames, man.
Ving Rhames is great.
He's the same person in every movie.
I mean, yeah, and then he ends up being in Mission Impossible this year too. After coming off of Pulp Fiction and everything, he's great in Mission Impossible. I love him, man. He's great.
Yeah,
and he has the meats.
Yep, he's got the meats.
He's got the meats. When Dilbeck grabs Aaron from behind at the end of the movie, and she goes, "Finally, you take me like a man, like a congressman."
I love when Dilbeck says, "Just the touch of your hand sets my pecker on fire," and Aaron says, "Maybe you should see a doctor about that."
Hell yeah. What do we got? Daryl, when Daryl has Aaron in the car, like with the knife to her throat and everything, Daryl says, "Suck my dick," and Shad goes, "Whip the little fella out."
Yep, I've got that one written down.
Whip the little fella out.
Daryl and Shad. So I got kind of a combo. Daryl's on like the roof of the yacht, and he sees Aaron dancing for Dilbeck. He's like, "Hey," "Hey, there's a site to raise the dead. Who's that old freak? Hold on a second. I know who that is. Is that the guy from Price is Right?" Bob Barker joke. And then he gets down there, and then he says to him, he's like, "Hey, are you the guy from Price is Right?" Man, morphine. It's a hell of a drug.
It's a hell of a drug. Hell of a drug. Aaron asks, this is after the lint scene, "What did you do with that fresh, hot lint?" And Dilbeck says, "Well, I'm afraid I made love to it." Which is so weird.
Right after that, too, Daryl's like, he's like, "Hey, are you the guy from The Price is Right?" And he's like, "No, I'm Congressman David Dilbeck." And he's like, "Oh, Congressman, no shit. Well, I steal wheelchairs, so we got a lot in common." Daryl on morphine is the best.
Is the best part of this movie. Orly at another part. This happens after the snake dies, and Shad is just holding a dead snake. He's Monty Python sleeps with the fishes. Orly tells him to go get another snake, and he says, "There's an all-night snake farm on Route 27. Ask for Jungle Juan and get rid of that thing." And then turns around and says, "God, I hate this business. You know why? It's lost its humanity."
Gold.
Orly,
got that
incredible.
one down too. Let's see. I love when he's like, "I'm about to mount this fella." He turns around to the gun, like, "Maybe not."
Maybe not. I've got one more, and it's Dilbeck, and he just says, "See, I just love naked women. It's a character flaw."
Yeah.
I was like, "Hey, I guess whatever. You know, we all have that."
When Shad, do you follow politics, Mr. Shad? Do I look like I follow politics?
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. That's about it for me.
Nice. All right, I'm moving into our biggest laugh, cry, scare, thrill scenes. These are kind of separate from what we just did. I think we already covered the kind of the snake. The snake is insane, and then like
Oh, yeah.
them getting the fake snake, and then her dancing with this new snake, and he chokes her out on stage. She's like, "This is not Monty Python."
It's not money. It's not money.
My favorite line in this. Now, I do agree. The funniest part of the whole movie is what we had already talked about. What did we talk about? I can't remember now.
The him getting hot for the porpoise.
Oh yeah, that funniest line the whole movie.
Why the
I
fuck
like
are you telling me that?
when Shad walks into, he's going to his lawyer, whose office is above a video store. And he has the drill in his hand, and Shad says, "Is Free Willy back yet?" And the video clerk says, "Still out." And Shad gets fucking angry and said, "People are pigs. Sit on movies like they own them." And I died laughing at that. This mother, he just wants to watch Free Willy, and I get it, man.
I think my biggest laugh was Burt Reynolds covered in Vaseline, and then when they clean him up and he goes in and everybody's wiping their hand off because he's still got Vaseline all over his hand. Between that and Daryl's coffee just being so fucked up that he thinks he's making coffee. The closest I'm ever going to get to crying watching Striptease is Angela being sweet to her mom about dancing.
Yeah.
You know, because she's at such a low point, feeling bad about it. And, you know, your daughter being sweet to you. But really, like, I knew it was clear she was calling the news teams, but like the thrill was them showing up at the end and being like, "Oh yeah, that's what she was doing."
I love when
I
love when the news crew shows up and Dilbeck has his pants off and he just like turns it on and he's just like, "Hi everybody, like I'm ready to start this thing." Vaseline scene. We didn't even talk about where he's like, "I can feel it squish between my toes."
It's in my boots.
It's in my boots. Also during that porpoise line, Shad is watering down the drinks as like he is pouring water into
Jack Daniels.
The club is open. Like it's a 24/7 place. Like people can actively see this guy doing this. I thought that was so great.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Like I noticed it, but didn't even write it down. Like it's
just a background thing. Like that's what I'm saying. This movie is full of little things, and like the characters in this movie are insane. So good. For ridiculous moments, I mean, we've covered so many because this movie's ridiculous.
All right, I'll fly through mine real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
The monkey. You're like, what the fuck? Why is the monkey in this movie? It's like on Ving Rhames for a couple of scenes, and then it's got a bra on its head for just like a fucking second. The monkey is just in the movie for no goddamn reason. When Aaron kidnaps Dilbeck, and then the guys notice and they just start shooting at the car. Shad being so grossed out by the lawyer's body and like the fake throw up burping noises when they were looking at him at the morgue.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like and then he gives him Tic Tacs to freshen up. That shit was weird as hell.
It was weird. It's weird.
Shad's jumping to the two guys with guns, just like the flying. I got you both. Let's see. Dilbeck's arrest going from the refinery to at night
to the cornfield to the sugar field
at the sugar fields, just like. And there's kind of a fun fact of why that happened, but also, is Pierre dead?
He's not.
Limo driver.
He's not.
Because
see him.
They say he but he's in. Go back and watch that scene. He's just in the car, like.
No. They at the end of the movie, you see him in the ambulance. I'm pretty sure, like he's got a thing on his head. I'm pretty confident.
He's in the limo with Shad, but the shot is pretty up close of him, and he's just.
Yeah, he looks dead. I was
Yeah, he
very
looks dead.
I was
I
very
would have loved to
concerned about
see
him.
Pierre like give a wink or something, you know?
Yeah,
Is Pierre dead? I
now
don't
I'm
know.
gonna
I think
look
that's
back.
the big question.
Now I'm gonna look back and get with you on that one. What about nobody? Okay, I already kind of mentioned this earlier. There's so many people that die in this movie. Nobody gives a crap. Like Aaron finds out that Jerry died, who is like obviously he's like her stalker fan or whatever. No concern. No big deal. Not a thing.
It's about me and my daughter, bitch.
Yeah, the lawyer dies. Nobody cares. Well, that guy kind of sucked anyway. Like nobody cares about people dying in this movie. The MC at the
we didn't talk about where he's like, I'm okay, uncle, and he hits him.
yeah. Oh man, the MC of the strip club that we see like 4 or 5 times, whatever, is the biggest waste of space in this whole thing. Like Aaron's getting attacked on stage. The snake situation is happening. This guy does not leap out of anywhere to go. He just introduces people. That's all his job
Tip your
is.
bartenders. Tip your
Yeah,
bartenders.
that's it. Monique Jr.'s first routine that she has, where she comes out as a baby, dressed as a baby, a little cringy. The Catwoman.
Yeah.
I just oh my god, the judicial system, obviously. The lint. Oh
my gosh.
I expected, like, did you expect the guy when he's showing up to the laundromat to get something personal of hers, and how personal, real personal, that he was going to steal like underwear, right? Did you think
when
that?
he went to the dryer, I was expecting like a leftover piece of underwear.
Yeah. No, lint. This little thing of lint. Well, I made love to it, of course. Let's see. That's it. That's all I had for my ridiculous. This movie's ridiculous, but that's all I had. What about you? Anything else?
That's it for me.
All right. What's your best music moment in this movie?
The music during the towel practice dance is, I didn't know, I wasn't familiar with that song. Annie Lennox, Little Bird.
I like that one. That's
That
a good song.
is a bop. That song is so fun, and that is a very sexy scene. So that is my music moment. But this soundtrack is a 4 out of 5. It is super strong. I mean, you get Prince, you get Billy Idol, you get Blondie, you get this Booker T and the MG's Green Onion song that everybody knows.
Everybody knows that one.
What it was called. Give Me Some Lovin'. We get Sweet Dreams. I mean, just full of late 80s, 90s amazing music. So
I love that there's like a plot point in this movie that the Flesh Farm dances to more upbeat songs, and every time that the people are dancing in Eager Beaver, they're always dancing to these ballads, and it's because they're all Annie Lennox or Eurythmics songs. Like that's the only thing they're ever dancing to. It's great. I had Little Bird written down too. I also had the Money Can't Buy It song, again another Annie Lennox song, but that's when she rips open her shirt. I was like, that is the moment, man. Like she rips open her shirt. It's great. All right, so I didn't do F, Marry, Kill because I feel like it's too easy, but I wanted to go through our feelings on each of these dances from the movie. I know we hit on them quite a bit, but I wanted to, highlight some of them. So you could give me a yay or nay on these, but and some of them you can give me an explanation why. But like Monique Jr.'s baby routine.
To me, I don't know about that thumb sucking, buddy.
That was so weird. I hated it.
This is why strip clubs are a weird kind of place. Because
I don't know about you. We're adults here, right? We're all get out of here. You got to throw the monkey in there too. I've been to one strip club in my entire life. I never felt like they were like interpretive, like artistic, telling a story in dance. And I feel like every dance even though they're all striptease dance, like they're all stripping, every dance at the Eager Beaver is something wild. Like they all have a thing. And like I get like having a shtick. Like I think of Urbana Sprawl's cowgirl thing. Like that's a shtick, you know, like
Yeah.
she's
The
in red,
cat.
white, and blue. She's got the cat is wild. That is a crazy ass dance.
Yeah.
Because she
So
comes
is
out
the
on all
snake
fours.
thing, man. Maybe that's a Florida thing that they're just, you know.
I don't know. We need a dancer to come on here. Yeah, Eager
Yeah.
Beaver does have got that production value. You
Yeah.
know, the cat scene. So it goes Monique's baby routine. It goes into Aaron's business routine, which I think is a good routine. That's a good routine.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up, definitely. The Catwoman one is insane to me. I wish it would have went longer so I could have seen. This is like the one time I wish that we got a full routine just because I want to see how it goes. Because that girl comes out and she starts meowing on all fours and keeps meowing.
Cuts.
And it's like, meow.
Meow.
So
Yeah,
I really
we need
wish
to
I
see
could have
more of that scene for sure, and less of some of the others.
The slow chair Aaron's second dance at the club is the chair.
It's like because
routine.
she's bummed out because she finds out they've moved. She goes to the house and it cuts right to her dancing. It's like the sad.
It's the
dance.
saddest dance. Like I don't know who's there watching her at this point, but
Yeah,
woof.
it seemed like a Wednesday night or something.
Yeah, that's a practice dance. You know, she's
Yeah.
like, I just need to get my feelings out. And
It's like
here's
6 p.m. still.
people haven't got off work yet, and they're making they gotta go make their
Pretty
appearance at their
empty,
house,
yeah.
and then they'll go to the club. But yeah, that one was a little weird for me. The slow chair, but that leads into a ridiculous moment we didn't talk about with Orly, where he pitches the creamed corn wrestling.
Corn.
Nobody wants that in
how
their
do we
hoo-has.
skip over the cream
corn.
It's classy.
It's classy. What does he try and get her on at the last? Like not creamed corn, but what is the other food? I can't remember because they thought it was going to be mud wrestling at first,
Yeah,
and he said,
Because they was
"No,
getting the pool installed or something.
creamed corn, pasta."
Yes.
Yeah, pasta. Thank you so much, chat.
Thank
You're the
you.
best. Snake routine. I think we're both a thumbs up on. But that
At the
snake,
Flesh Farm.
yeah, the flesh farm.
I like the Flesh Farm, and I think thumbs up. If I went to the strip club and a girl was dancing with a snake and it started choking her out to the point that like security, it would be a wonderful night. You're not gonna get that, dude.
No,
You're just
not
not
at
gonna
all.
get that. So thumbs up on both of the snake
100%,
dances.
100% there.
Choose your own noodle.
Urbana Sprawl's cowgirl. We barely get to see it, but we also I do want to put an emphasis on Pandora Peaks, who is the actress. If you want to look her up, preferably not on a work computer, you can look up Pandora Peaks. That's her name. She plays Urbana Sprawl. She has very large assets, so just an interesting person to be of the time. And was a very popular person. So I'm sure that people recognized her in '96 when she was there.
Oh, yeah.
We've already talked about Aaron being out of the shower, just out of the shower.
Oh, man.
Probably number one, right? 2 thumbs. Yeah.
Two thumbs up.
Which she does that routine, the one that she does in front of her daughter. It's like the boa routine.
Mhm.
She has the boa and she's in the bikini. So kind of, yeah, thumbs up there. What'd you think about Sweet Dreams, the useless one?
Any of the dances with Dilbeck, neither. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that like a girl dancing on a table in front of me would do it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go thumbs down on that.
Yeah, the Aaron's final dances are just kind of like, not that great.
Yeah.
But the useless the one girl from Showgirls, hers is to Sweet Dreams by Eurythmics.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So like,
long.
why do so long? I think they were like, I think people are gonna see, have seen Showgirls, they'll recognize this girl, and we want to give her some more time because she was, not great. I mean, she was fine. She did what she was. That was the Sweet Dreams dance was the most like normal strip club dance out of
Yeah.
all of the other ones.
Agreed.
Yeah, like super normal.
Agreed.
So yeah, I thought that went really well. I think we did a good job nailing those. All right,
Oh.
who do you think gave the best performance in this movie?
Demi and Bert.
I went with Demi too, and I feel bad. Like I feel like Demi got a lot of hate for this movie. Like Roger Ebert's
Man, how
review.
tough. Dude, I wouldn't want to be topless. I wouldn't want to be shirtless in a movie.
Yeah,
Even if I had a personal trainer and stuff like that. It's just that takes a lot of guts and yeah.
I think her like learning how to do the dances and like putting all that work in on her body. I think
her
at this point,
legs look crazy, man. She's got bodybuilder legs in this movie.
it's crazy. Like she is crazy looking. She looks great. She really like. I think when she does have comedic lines, she does a really good job with them. She unfortunately has to be the serious part too of this movie, and I think that is the parts that people are like, "Oh, I didn't really like it." But I think that's the movie's fault more than that's Demi's fault. Because like you get you like Burt Reynolds. We're talking about Burt Reynolds. He gets to be ridiculous the entire time.
Fucking great though, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's why I had to put him in there too, because apparently he really wanted to be in this, and it's fucking ridiculous, man. I love it.
He puts his whole ass in this movie, and I love it. He's great.
Eyebrows.
Dude, it is bizarre to see him with no mustache,
right?
Or any facial hair at all. Like
those eyebrows, like almost take over.
He looks insane.
I was so focused on his eyebrows.
He almost would have been even better if he had like really big fake like veneers teeth, like big bright white ones. That would have been, I think, made it even better. So, yeah, I agree with you. Could you do a recast on this 96 or 2026 recast?
I feel like I nailed it this week. So first of all, I didn't do this for 2026, but Orly in 96, Rodney Dangerfield.
Oh, that's a good one. That's great.
He gave me such Rodney Dangerfield vibes.
Yeah, I could see Rodney Dangerfield saying that line about the porpoise.
Aaron, give me Sharon Stone.
Oh yeah,
Michelle Pfeiffer or Halle Berry.
Ooh, Halle Berry.
Dilbeck, Gene Hackman, which I think they tried to get him.
They tried to get Gene, and then I put him down as well. Like
Jack Nicholson.
Ooh, yeah. I think like even like Jack Nicholson in the era of like Departed, like I want
to see Jack Nicholson do the Vaseline scene.
Who's the Vaseline guy on this movie that has to oil up Burt Reynolds? Who is that? And I'm sorry that was a job for you.
So like, yeah, who knows the background guy that was just bad.
All right, let's get the Vaseline guy out here. He just comes out with a tub and he's just putting it on his body. Come here, Bert. Dream job. Get out of here. Yeah, the only one I had was Gene Hackman written down, which I liked that for him too. But Burt Reynolds is great.
For Shad, Michael Clark Duncan from Green Mile.
Ooh, yeah.
Or Wesley Snipes.
Wesley, yeah. Like, I don't know what it is about Ving Rhames. Yeah, like
Ving Rhames.
When Ving Rhames is so perfect at the comedy, like he is. It's just Ving Rhames' character. Did you do anybody for 2026?
For Aaron, I got Margot Robbie.
Okay, yeah, I thought about it. I was like, maybe
Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Zendaya.
Yeah. I had Rachel Sennett, who's kind of like, I don't know. She kind of reminds me of Demi a little bit. She's kind of got like a huskier voice, like a little hoarse voice vocals to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see it.
I think she's a little too comedic for this role. I was trying to think of somebody that would like balance comedy and the seriousness of this.
Who plays her, like young her? And I never saw The Substance. Who's the younger version of her in The Substance?
Margaret Qualley.
She would be good.
She would be good.
Off the top of my head.
I said Annie Murphy maybe from Schitt's Creek. Yeah. And then from Miss Maisel or Superman, this one, Rachel Brosnahan. I think she could do it too. Like balance the comedy. Like, the thing I like about Annie Murphy, I think, is that she can do both. I've seen her be very, very funny. She's also in a dark comedy called Kevin or what is it? Not Kevin Can Kill Himself or whatever it is. But it was on AMC. It's very good. Annie Murphy's incredible. She deserves more work. So, I had Woody Harrelson as the Burt Reynolds role, as the congressman, and then I put Brian Tyree Henry as Shad. He's from Atlanta and Eternals and all these other things. So
I got J.K. Simmons. That's Dilbeck.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Bryan Cranston or John Hamm. I think John Hamm.
John Hamm would be great. That's a good one.
And then I got for Shad, just because I watched Moonlight recently. I had Mahershala Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he could do Shad in 2026.
I like that. That's good. We just recast this. And chat needs to get off of me. Okay? That's what I'm saying. All right. Fun facts about this movie. Surprisingly, I didn't find like tons of stuff about this movie.
Man, that Michael Jordan, that was really Michael Jordan.
I paused it. It does not look like Michael Jordan to me, but that's
as far as the internet goes.
That's right.
Apparently, that is a Michael Jordan cameo, uncredited.
Yes, I saw the same thing. I paused it and I was like, that does not look like Michael Jordan to me for some reason.
Same dancer as Showgirls. We already talked about. Demi had at least 8 assistants for this movie.
Nice.
During the makeup, hairstylist, costumer, personal assistants, personal trainer, motion trainer, and 2 security personnel at all times.
Dang.
And you already mentioned it earlier. She made a shitload of money. Maybe the first actress paid $12.5 million for a film role because G.I. Jane wanted to get her and release first. So there was a lot of back and forth negotiations that Striptease won those negotiations, and that's what landed her the $12.5 million. They got her first.
Good for her.
Yeah.
She was paid, $12.5 million. That's a record fee for an actress at the time. I think it's a couple years later that Julia Roberts breaks it with like My Best Friend's Wedding or one of those. Julia Roberts quickly takes over as the highest paid actress in Hollywood. I remember watching Entertainment Tonight. I used to watch Entertainment Tonight all the time when I was a kid, and I remember there being it was a big deal when Demi did.
Oh yeah,
yeah, it was huge.
That's huge money.
Yeah. What else? Anything else?
Based on a novel, we kind of hit that too. Burt Reynolds said he enjoyed making this movie and enjoyed it, making it more than most of his serious films.
Hated Boogie Nights. Notoriously hated Boogie Nights. Even though he got a nomination for it, hated Boogie Nights. Loved this movie, which I think is crazy. What else?
That's it.
I've got 2 more that I pulled. This is one of the few movies where Burt Reynolds is completely clean shaven, doesn't have a signature mustache. He used to only do that back in the 70s, like in the 70s films that he was in. From then on, he usually had a mustache. He's clean shaven at the end of a movie called Breaking In at the end of in 1989, but very rarely does he ever show up without his mustache. During test screenings, there was a deleted scene in this movie that they had to go back and reshoot. Audiences did not like it because Dilbeck gets violent and attempts to SA Aaron at the end of the movie. When he comes up from behind her, he has a knife to her throat. They tested it. They hate it. People hated it. So they reshot it 5 months later to make it a funnier ending, which I think was the right choice. But you could, like, during that scene, Demi's hair, she's wearing a wig in that scene because she shaved her head for G.I. Jane. Yeah. So they had to reshoot all that 5 months later. So crazy. And that's it. That's the only other ones I had to add. So, all right, Like a Fine Wine and Dish, if you could pair this movie with another movie for a double feature, what would you choose?
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Dang, nice. I love it.
I got Anora,
Oh, yeah. Why didn't I think of Anora? That's dumb.
Boogie Nights, Showgirls,
Okay, yeah.
Wild Things, and
Yeah.
G.I. Jane.
Nice. I like that. Some solid ones. I went with Hustlers, which is another dancer. For some reason, I put No Hard Feelings on my list, which is that Jennifer Lawrence comedy from last year. I don't know. It kind of gave me silly vibes along with this. It's just a good comedy. I think this is an A24 movie. Zola is a great one. It's based on tweets from a dancer as she's going like across the country and getting into like a fight. Zola's great. Magic Mike, if you wanted to pair this with a, do a little gender swap, you do Striptease and then Magic Mike. I think those would be perfect together. So those are my movie pairings. If you have any others, please feel free to put them in the chat. Now we'll go to our rewatchability rating. I said I was going to do this week. I did keep it as a number score, but how likely are you to rewatch this? Like, is this a definite, like, is this a rewatch? Yeah, I had 3 as well for mine. This is a rewatch. Like, if somebody said, yeah, let's throw this on, I'm watching this movie.
It's funny.
It is funny. And I think it's funnier if you watch it with people.
Yes. Agreed.
That is the whole junior of this all. Like, I don't think this is a great movie, but I also think that I would watch this movie again in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
And watch scenes of it. So yeah. Now, if you had to rate this movie overall on a 5-point scale, what would you give it?
2.5.
Yes, we are simpatico, my friend. Right, right smack dab in the movie. I think I got 10 minutes into this movie and I was like, "This is a 2.5-star movie. Like, this is a perfect 2.5. It's not good.
It's not good, but it's not bad either.
It is not bad, and I feel like Demi kind of got boned hard at the time because this movie deserved a little bit more praise.
I feel like this movie had a director problem. Like you can feel the Blazing Saddles in this movie.
Yeah.
But like, who the fuck why did Demi not get the memo that this was supposed to be funny?
And like even the lieutenant could have been a lot funnier too. Like,
why didn't he get the memo?
Let's just go full silly with this thing. And not try and be too serious with it. Yeah, I do think that this is a junioring, watching movies with people to make them funnier. Yeah, I think that's a great verb. Thank you, Chad. Yeah. Thank you. Well, Steven, we made it to the end of Striptease. We're almost to the end of our sexy I'll Have What She's Having month, which is not as sexy as we thought. Thank you so much for doing this with me. Before we wrap up, I always ask if there's a recent movie recommendation that you have or have seen. And I know that it's only been a week, but I'm sure you've watched
I haven't watched any movies this week, so I got no movie recommendations.
No new movies.
But definitely if you definitely if you're looking for some good TV to watch and you haven't seen Queer Eye. I love me some Queer Eye, man.
Are you watching the final season of Queer Eye?
I'm watching the final season and I love it, man. Yeah. I love those dudes. I love those people. I love what they do for people, even though some of it's silly and corny, and I enjoy it. So
yeah,
you need something wholesome, kind of like Great British Baking Show vibes. Makes me feel similar.
Something that's going to make you, feel pretty good about the day.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like that. I watched. I've been trying to go through kind of like the Oscar movies that are coming up. I made a list on Letterboxd of all 50 of the movies that were nominated for something this year. I've been trying to like mark those off or get through those. I've been watching some of the short films from them, and I think people would really enjoy them. There's one called Retirement Plan. I believe it is on YouTube. I think it is 7 minutes long. I think everybody should watch. It's an animated one. It's really great. I watched the documentary "A Perfect Stranger," Perfect Neighbor. Sorry, on Netflix. Woof. there's some rough documentaries out there that are like hard topics. That one messed me up a little bit. So take heed.
Yeah.
Oof, yeah, that one was a little rough. And then for Valentine's Day yesterday, we did a double feature. We watched In the Mood for Love, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. Chinese movie about two people whose spouses are cheating on them together, and they kind of develop a romance / friendship over time. Beautiful movie. It is so pretty, and I love every second of it. And then my pick was Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist, which is like a millennial love letter that will not stick out to anybody that is outside of a certain age range. And I'm sorry about it, but I love Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Like, it is so good to me. So yeah, that's what I've been watching. And if you want to tell us what you've been watching, keep that conversation going. You can join our Discord server. You can follow us on Instagram. You can check out my letterbox. Like I said, I've got some lists out there if you want to keep up with Oscar movies or see how you're doing or any of that stuff. Follow me on Letterboxd. Next week we will be finishing our theme. I'll have what she's having with the movie Kama Sutra: A Tale of Love. So be sure to check that movie out. I think I put a link to it in the Discord server. This is done by Mamdani's mom, the mayor of New York. His mom directed this movie. So
let's go.
It's going to be great. Mira Nair. It's going to be a great movie. We'll be live next Sunday, February 22nd, 5 p.m. Be there. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time on 52/1996. Be nice to women.
Be nice to women.
We spun the reel through desert storms and courtroom cries. Love letters burned, planes went down, truth hid behind the lies. From snowbound crimes in Fargo streets to agents running wires, we laughed with Gilmore, screamed in masks lit, theaters on fire. It's 52/1996, let the credits roll tonight. Good movies, bad movies, all of them in the same rewind. 1 year, 1 week, every frame gets its time to shine. We'll see you next story on 52/1996.